Welcome back to the Crypto Father channel. Today is the 19th of September. My apologies for yesterday, a lack of video. I've updated my bloody computer to a new Windows 11 Pro. What the benefit of that is from my regular non-registered Windows 11 Pro that I had prior to it is still, it still remains a mystery to me. But because of that, I wasn't able to record a video yesterday because it was a complete mess. And even now, to this day, 2 days later, I'm still kind of in shambles. Like the sound on my recording equipment is not set up 100%. So if it does sound a bit awful, like somebody stated in the past, then my apologies. Please let me know in the comment section below if the sound is kind of wonky and it's not up to your standards or not up to your liking. The feedback would be very much welcome. Also, do remember to smash up the like, subscribe to the channel before we get started. Do remember to pick up a Descent wallet, which I don't have anything set up here right now because I didn't get to it just yet. And also pick up a copy of Crypto and Millennials because that's available for sale right now on Amazon. The links are in the video description below. But in today's video, what we're going to do is I'm going to jump into markets quickly, have a look at the markets. Markets are looking juicy. Then a quick look at charts and then TradeOgre because there is some major news from TradeOgre. I was hoping to record the video early this morning. I'm a little bit late to the gun, so my apologies for that. Somebody seems to have beat me to it, but the news is forthcoming. In any case, here is the crypto market. It's $4.2 trillion. This is the tops, man. This is the highest we've ever been. And I'm not looking at the tiny little decimals that are past it. 4.2 trillion is the most money that we've ever seen in the crypto market so far. $186 billion in trading volume. Bitcoin dominance seems to be dropping, 55.6 from 56.1, I think. Ethereum 13.2. A lot of money is spilling into altcoins. That's probably where the money is going, because Ethereum dominance hasn't increased that much, but the Bitcoin dominance has dropped. That means that a huge chunk of the crypto market funds have gone into altcoins. We've got Bitcoin sitting at $117,000. After a quick refresh, it's $116,000. Ethereum at $4,500. BNB is pumping like mad, 982. I think it broke the $1,000 threshold. Solana still on around 246 Cardano at 92 cents. Very nice. We can see the greens here. Litecoin $118, Toncoin $316, Polkadot $454, Monero $299, and Meowcoin is doing its thing somewhere. On the chart, Bitcoin is breaking. Actually, it's not breaking. It dipped down to 114,000. Now it's between the channel here. Still playing around with the resistance levels on the Fibonacci retracement. So, but it did touch this 117,000 like right on the dot, and which is pretty wild. So we're gonna have to wait for Bitcoin to break above these two levels, like I said before, in order to see anything past that. So TradeOgre, yo, wow, wowie, wow. It is official. I posted a link on Twitter, on X rather, my apologies, on X. Record-breaking 56 million in cryptocurrency seized by RCMP. So first of all, the claims that the TradeOgre funds have been seized by the RCMP are correct, and the numbers that we saw on Arcom is now all gone. Look at that, 47. So last video I made was about the hot wallet. So this was the hot wallet, 34,000. Now TradeOgre has been drained, 47,000. And the reason for that, in any case, the reason for that is the RCMP seizing the money. But in any case, there were 27 million listed. But according to this article, the RCMP has seized 56 million in cryptocurrencies. And they claim that they have all of that money has been seized from TradeOgre, which is somewhere here, right here. Okay, so more than 56 million in cryptocurrencies has been seized by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and the largest operation in Canadian history. Holy mackerel! Like, this is the most money they've seized from any, I don't know, crypto operation. And I guess they're not just talking about crypto exchanges. There were a lot of scams and hacks and scammers that have been busted in Canada. The money was recovered from the platform TradeOgre, marking, according to the Force, the first time that a cryptocurrency exchange platform has been dismantled by Canadian law enforcement. The bummer here in this announcement is the following. The money laundering investigative team opened the file in June 2024 following a trip from Europol, the RCMP states. The investigation found that the platform contravened Canadian laws and regulations, Specifically, it failed to register with the financial transactions reports analysis routine as money service business did not identify its clients, blah, blah. Here's the kicker. Investigators say they have reason to believe that the majority of funds transactioned on TradeOgre may be from criminal sources. So they're essentially crediting most of the $56 million to criminals. All of you guys, including myself, that are talking here, we are either criminals or just the tiny little percentage of people who held their funds on the exchange. I don't know, that's the summary, but prove me wrong. I mean, the most views that I received on any TradeOgre video were about 1,200, which is a tiny amount. I don't know what the number of registered users was on TradeOgre because there is obviously no official statistics indicating that, but I mean, 1,200 views would indicate that there are about, what, let's say 10,000 people using it. There's got to be more people than that using, or there would have to have been more people than that using TradeOgre. Wouldn't there have been? I mean, Binance has like, what, several million, over a million users on Binance. So you would figure that TradeOgre, which was a pretty popular exchange, would have more people than that. Or was its popularity based on the fact that most of the funds, according to this article, have been from criminals? No idea. In any case, based on the number of people that are viewing the video, have viewed the video, one of the videos on TradeOgre, the number of users of TradeOgre must have been pretty small. So the platform, the RCMP explains, doesn't require users. Okay, we know what it does. It also hides the source of funds. This is a common tactic used by criminal organizations that launder money. The investigation is ongoing and charges may follow. Anyone with information on the illegal activities or of individuals or groups is encouraged to contact the RCMP at 511 or visit the local police station. So what I would say is, for all the people who, in the comment section, all of us who are not criminals and who have been affected by this, because this money that is seized now, we don't know what's going to happen. The investigation, I guess, is still ongoing. However, the investigation, the legal investigation states regarding Marashi versus John Doe apparently has been closed. Last post on September 11th, letter from Adam Gunnell, Re28 motion to seal documents. So I assume that the case has now been closed, documents are sealed, and this matter has been moved onto the RCMP. If you would like to contact the RCMP and continue reporting, you can do so through here, this number, or through here. This is the long distance, I guess. If you're in Canada, you can ring this number, and if you're outside of Canada, you can dial this one, but I mean, both works. Both numbers work within Canada as well. But so this is the situation right now, and it's not a good one. The only thing that the RCMP is stating right now is listed on globalnews.ca. Police added charges may follow, which is also listed, mentioned in the other article, after the transaction data obtained from the platform is analyzed. There's no mention of users. There's just, in this article, there's just a mention of messages seeking comments from TradeOgre were not responded to Thursday. Concerns about TradeOgre going radio silent and offline began circulating on Reddit in late July. So we know all that. We've been following all of that, but there's no mention of anything that is going to happen in this regard. So I guess the one thing that I could do personally is contact the RCMP and see what is what is going to happen. There were other people who have apparently contacted the RCMP. I was messaged by somebody on X telling me that they did communicate with the RCMP in regards to TradeOgre, but the response from the RCMP was that they had no official statement. Actually, let's have a quick look here. Into this one message that Alex received. He contacted me with this message. Apparently, he contacted the RCMP, and this is the message that he got back from them. Hello, thank you for reaching out. However, we cannot confirm whether TradeOgre is subject to an RCMP investigation. So, I mean, when you contact any police station prior to an official announcement made in the media, they will not be letting people know who contact them willy-nilly, randomly off the cuff with information pertaining to legal matters, right? So that could be the case. In any case, it is now official. TradeOgre is down, and we don't know what's going to happen to all the funds. $56 million, which is a huge amount, and all of us tiny little fish, tiny little shrimp affected by it with, a couple of $1,000 stuck in the exchange, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what the RCMP decide to do with all the funds. I mean, it would be very simple for them to just simply go through the exchange and find people's registration numbers and allow them to withdraw their funds. But since the claim is that most of the funds transacted on TradeOgre may be from criminal sources, there would probably be a massive investigation in that as well. Or, I mean, they could just simply implement a KYC, right? You do your KYC and then you're able to withdraw your funds. It would be simple as that. Then the RCMP would receive your information. You'd be taxed to death. They would take 40% of that according to Canadian legal documents or requirements. And then you would probably get your cash or something. I have no idea. But this would, I don't think that they're going to be letting go of the money without identification and all that stuff, if they do believe, or since they do believe that most of these funds are from criminal enterprises. So that's it for this quick update. The most important thing for this channel is the support from you guys, from the viewers. So please do smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share this video with other people, with the wider audience. I would like to see, I don't know, I would like to know the proper numbers from of how many people are actually using TradeOgre. Maybe there are some people who are willing to share this information. Probably many people are not, because that's the reason why we were using TradeOgre. I mean, for me personally, it's not that I'm hiding. Obviously, you can see me here every day, almost every day, if shit doesn't hit the fan in terms of computer processing and stuff. But I was using TradeOgre for the convenience, and I think it was a specific coin that I was trading on TradeOgre, or having on TradeOgre, that wasn't available on many other exchanges. And also I was mining into the sucker when mining was a viable thing in South Korea. In any case, thank you for tuning in. Shitty news for us, guys. Very shitty news, but let's continue, following this development and see what RCMP does. I'm gonna see if I can contact them. If you do want to reach out, because now it has been made official. The statement is made official that the RCMP did seize the funds. So the next step would be to contact the RCMP and see what they're planning to do with the funds that have been seized, right? So that may be the next step for us to take, to contact the RCMP and see if there's any way of recovering the funds for the individual investors who are not classified as criminals. All right, peeps, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and then come back tomorrow for another video. Or maybe not tomorrow because it's the weekend. I may or may not be doing stuff outside. But I will see you in the next video. Have a fantastic Friday. Peace out.